It helps if I turn my mic on. It helps if I check. Can y'all hear me? Check. Yes. Okay. It helps if I turn my mic on. As you can see, this episode of Tim's Tidbits is being brought to you by Concur, the Asian Session. Join me for a 2-week intensive video conference. Unlock the secrets of the Asian market using ICT concepts. Tailored strategies for the Asian session success. Learn multiple high probability techniques. Real-time analysis, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Starting on May the 12th, ending on May the 23rd. Hey, it's only 6 slots left, man. It's only 6 slots left. Gang been taking up all the slots, man. Gang been taking up all the slots. There is only, why does this keep going down? There is only 6 slots left. There's only 6 slots left. Gang has been taking up all the slots. If you would like to participate in the Conquering the Asian Session workshop, right? There's a link in the description below to take part in the Conquering the Asian Session workshop there. 6 slots left. Gang members, if you want to participate, your link is in the in the announcement section of the Discord. Again, there's 6 slots left. Good evening, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome, but give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Did my screen just flash? My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Arania Grande. That's Big Spider if you don't hablo español. And you are in tune to another episode of the Intraday Price Action Recap. You feel me? Welcome, man. How y'all doing this evening? How y'all doing this evening? Y'all come on in here, man. Who in here? Let me see who we got up in here. I see Jim over there. Lump, come in the Zoom. Can you hear me? It's right there in the chat. In where you at? Just look right there. Look at the chat inside. I stay popped up right there. Oh, it says 6:21 p.m. Right there. It says April 9th, 6:21 p.m. Inside the chat, inside where you at right now. Just go to the chat. Not the main chat, just right there in the I stay popped up voice. Just open up the chat. You see it? You don't know how to open the chat? It's the Like, I mean, you in the voice, but you got to open the chat. Like if the chat closed, you just got to click on the little the little button and say open chat. And then it says right there, it says April 9th, 6:21 p.m. Everyone pull up. And it's the Zoom link right there. Yeah, like that, man. Now you got to disconnect from Discord so you don't be echoing. There you go. Good retarded cheering. Good retarded cheering. Good retarded.
Knew what I was doing. I was just seeing if you could figure it out. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
Just
Testing
testing your
me, testing
skills.
me, checking
Yeah.
me. Yeah, making sure I'm up to par. You
Act
know,
like I can't find the chat. It's right there in my face.
I
Come
said,
on, man.
okay, all right, man. You know, I could do something, anything. Cause my daddy was a carpenter, man. So I could do something, anything. We got Jim in here. We got D. Lump finally pulled up. Took him a while. You know what I'm saying? It took him a while because you getting ready to be rich. Pull up on the Zoom there, Vernon. Pull up on the Zoom link. Click the Zoom link that's right there in the chat in the I Stay Popped Up voice.
Oh, so I ain't the only one, huh?
Nah, just somebody just popped in. I just saw somebody pop into the voice. Yeah. We just we were just talking about that. If you open up the chat inside that is where you at right there in the voice, just open up the chat and the Zoom link is right there. It's the last thing I posted in the chat, right? It says 6:21 p.m. It says everyone pull up. All right. Shout out Verdi, shout out Marco, shout out Felicia, shout out Latasha, shout out Honey. What's going on, Kim? Um, Vernon still got us in his pocket. I think I hear the phone jiggling around in his pocket. Shout out Yolanda. Who else we got in here? Was you able to click on the link, Vernon? There you go. I see you. Now make sure you disconnect inside the Discord so it won't be echoing. Matter of fact, I just disconnect you. I don't want to. There you go. I disconnect you so it don't be echoing on your side. Then you be like, "Hey Tim, I hear echo." All right, man. Um, I don't even have my trading view open. What's up, Valentine? Let me open my trading view. Do anybody got any questions on price? Tonight is homework review for the diamond and minty group. For the diamond tier and the minty members, tonight is homework review. So I won't be before you long. Do anybody got any questions? Did Price do anything to like shock the world today or do something like unexpected? Like, hey, why did Price do that? I expected Price to do this. And you like to, take a deep dive into what a goings on. Anybody? What's up, Kashaya? What's going on here to learn and share? What up? Oh yeah, yeah. Nothing? Nobody? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Um, again, if you're not a part of the gang, right? Not that, not that. Conquer the Asian session. It's 6 slots left. It'll be on sale until April the 30th or until those 6 slots are gone. Didn't think you were doing a stream. Look for you earlier. Yeah, I posted something in Discord saying that I was gonna start as soon as I finished my salad. I got tired up doing some stuff, and then I was hungry because I hadn't eaten anything since that McDonald's that did a number on my stomach this morning. That had my stomach beatboxing. And then I ate a salad, and then I got on live. So link is in the description below if you want to join us. Gang, don't use that link in the description below. If you want to join it, use the link inside the announcement section. Here's price action for today. We opened up over here. All right, there's a very small new day opening gap there, resting inside the lower half of the new week opening gap. Very small new day opening gap right there. My crosshairs, the horizontal line is right on top of the new day. I mean, yes, the new day opening gap. Why does this keep dropping? I want that to stay up so I can see it. Right on top of the new day opening gap right there. So had a small new day opening gap. It was a bearish gap, small gap down. Okay, for those who don't know what a new day opening gap is, it's the difference between the close at 5 p.m. and the open at 6 p.m. If there's a difference in price, if it's a positive difference, then you have a bullish new day opening gap. If it's a negative difference, you have a bearish new day opening gap. All right. So we opened up last night at 6 p.m. What's up, Rhonda Green? At 17,220 and a quarter. All right. We made our way down. Let me turn my fancy dancy on. All right. We made our way down and took out yesterday's low with the 715 candle. Right. So the 715 candle, we came down, took out yesterday's low, kind of hung out there, consolidated for a while. Right. Then we traded back up into the SIBI that was created on the 6 o'clock candle. All right. When we traded down below that low, we took out yesterday afternoon's low. Then we consolidated there. Then we traded back up just shy of the new day opening gap, back up into that SIBI and also into that bearish order block. That SIBI was from the 6 p.m. open. All right. And then we traded down up into 15 minutes after, really after 12:30 a.m. Right. Traded down from there after trading up, traded down into 12:30 after midnight. Right. Taking out the sell side, creating the overnight low, what turned out to be the low of the day. And we made that right at the opening of the London kill zone on this 130 candle, right? When the London kill zone opens up, right? Made the low of the day, and then price retraced back up, taking out the buy side, actually the overnight buy side, and taking out the afternoon buy side. So we came down, took out the afternoon sales sell side, that 330, the 345 low. Then after making the low in the London kill zone, we traded up and took out the afternoon high, repricing into that 3 p.m. SIBI. Then price hung out there for a while, consolidating there, right there, flirting with the new day opening gap, traded back to it, back up, back to it, back, went under it, trading into the 3 o'clock BISI, right? Back above it, back down to it, just kept flirting with that new day opening gap, right? Then we traded up, created relative equal highs, not showing the willingness to take out the buy side. Again, created relative equal highs there. Then came down, trading all the way down into the BISI, that was created at 145, dropping below the midnight open. Right. So price went below the open, traded above the open. Right. What does that give us? Right. We traded down below the open, taking out sell side, traded above the midnight open, taking out buy side. What does that give us? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
Dealing range.
Nope. Anybody? Yeah, it makes a dealing range, but if we come and we trade down below the open, taking out sell side, midnight open, trade above the midnight open, taking out buy side, what does that give us?
Wig snatcher?
Nope.
Judas.
Judas swing. Judas swing. Shout out D for pulling up with the hard hitting answer. Right. The wig snatcher would be 2 Judas swings. Right. The wig snatcher would be down, up, back down. Right. Like doubling up on the Judas. Right. So we come, drop, take out sell side, pop, take out buy side, right? Judas swing. And then we took a very long time to trade back down into the discount, right? And that's over here after we come into like 7:30, coming into the New York kill zone, right? Right here. This is the 7:30 candle all the way over to 8:30 there, right? So that's the 8:30 candle, that's the 7:30 candle, right? You see right there, we hung out there trading below midnight because this is the midnight open here, right? Traded below midnight into that SIBI, taking out that sell side there, right? Drop down, took out that sell side below midnight into that SIBI, right? Hung out there for a while, never took that low out again. Then we displaced away, boom, taking out the buy side. Once we took out the buy side, right, we traded back down here. We got the imbalance there. Stop where? Right there at the new day opening gap. Froze. Stop dead in its tracks at the new day opening gap. Right. Next candle, still respecting it. We still hanging out there for a minute. And then over here at 115. Wow. Blast off. Right? Blast off. When I looked at my phone late in the afternoon and I saw that the market was up over 9%. I said, whoa, wait a minute. We didn't have any high impact news at 115. So, and then I think I saw like a headline or something pop up that said something about the president, something with tariffs. And so I was like, oh, okay, because I was outside working and doing some other stuff. So I was like, okay, that must be what it was. So we blasted off. But as you can see, even though we got this crazy blast off at 115, right? Excuse me, the algorithm had already been giving you little subtle clues about what it wanted to do on this 15-minute time frame, right? Giving you subtle clues. Higher time frame wise, we was right in the middle of the road, right? We were just sitting right in the middle of the road. But on this 15-minute time frame, it was giving you subtle clues, right? What's the subtle clues it was giving us? We came down, took out a prior session low, right? Traded back up into the range, right? Came down, starting midnight, right? This is midnight. So at midnight, we trade down below this low here, right? So that there, was a low from within the prior day, right? That was a low from within the prior day, right? Right here at this order block over there, right? And then we push up and get a bullish Judas swing, right? Coming after midnight. These are the subtle little clues it was giving us about what it wanted to do. It didn't do it most expeditiously. No, it didn't. You know, because when you look at price as a whole, right, it's large ranges. The ranges are large, but when you look at it and compare it to what price did throughout the entire day, from the open to the low to the highest of the highs, right? This right here is just a bunch of consolidation, right? It's just like a bunch of consolidation in reference to how large of a range the day was, right? But inside that area, it was giving us little subtle clues of what it wants to do. Because here, after we made the daily low right there, right? After we made the daily low, right? We never came back to that low. Didn't come back to that low. Didn't come back to that low, right? All of the lows in the sense of, you know, the way we were taught, got high, low, higher low, higher low, right? We was taught higher high, higher low, right? It was going up. It was going up, right? For the rest of the day. Right. I got 15 minutes before it's time to go do Q&A with the gang. What do y'all have for me? Let's go see where we at in the grand scheme of things. What do y'all have for me? Okay, looking at our weekly chart. All right, looking at our weekly chart. All right, we still have 2 days left in this week. All right, so last week closed down here with a possibility of making a SIBI that big. Right, today we have taken that possibility away. Right, we have taken that possibility away. We've traded all the way back up into that candle. We've taken the possibility of creating a SIBI away. Right, so is that a sign of slowed momentum to the downside? Or is that a sign of an immediate rebalance to blast off? But what are these? These are weekly candles. So how will we know what it is? First of all, we got to wait until Friday at 5 to see where this candle closes. Right? We already know that we're not going to make a SIBI because we've traded back up into that right there. We already know that. Right? And we've traded up into a bearish breaker. Right? We've traded up into a bearish breaker. Right? Came here, boop, came there, boop, came there, boop. Trade back up, boop, into your bearish breaker. Right? Depends on Z, CPI, and PPI. Yes, got high impact news coming up in the week, right? High impact news coming up. Okay, we're starting to. I think, like I said, I think I seen a headline about the president and something with tariffs, and the market loving it, and the market having the biggest day since something. They're starting to talk the talk. So let's see how this plays out. but that's where we are on the weekly. So far, we got 2 days left. Right, we've removed the opportunity to create a SIBI. Right, and we've traded up into a bearish breaker. Right, after coming down and repricing the last weekly BISI there. Daily time frame, we've created two inversion fair value gaps. Right? One there and one there. Right? We've created two inversion fair value gaps. There is internal buy side resting right here. All right, internal buy side resting right there. We had a high and a low, right? Traded back up into the range, expanded down, right? So now this is our overall dealing range right there that we're in. This is internal buy side liquidity inside this dealing range, right? We've traded up, created two inversion fair value gaps here, right? And we're resting right there at a bearish order block. Okay. There's no more imbalances up here outside of consequent encroachment of that wick right there. And then buy side, the next imbalance is the breakaway gap and balance price range that we left up here at the top when the dealing range started to expand. Okay. This portion of it was efficiently delivered, traded back up into that portion, dropped down. Right now we've traded all the way back up above. Man, I missed that one. Three inversion fair value gaps. Traded all the way back up above all the imbalances of this price leg, right? In one fell swoop. Okay. So if the algorithm wants that internal buy side, you want to see these fair value gaps act as support, right? We've offered sell side delivery, right? Very efficient delivery here, right? And then we've offered buy side delivery, right? So we got a balanced price range down here because we've left that area, and then we have an efficiently delivered range right here. Right? Price has left that area. That's a balanced price range. Right? If you want that buy side there, you want to see this area here yield support to push you there. Right? If the breaker we talked about and all of this area, this order block and this weekly breaker over there is the destination, because what have we done? We've come down, we've come back, should I say, to a premium. And if we look at old school OTE, right, we've come back to a 70.5, right? We've come to a 70.5 OTE right there. Right. If you go to consequent encroachment of the wick, that's a little bit above the 79% OTE. And then we got the buy side liquidity that's resting there. Right. The buy side liquidity that's resting there. So we got CPI tomorrow. So we'll see if they utilize CPI to attack that, or if they attack it before CPI comes out, right? Because the way price is cutting through there, slice through that like butter, right? Push through that right there, nonstop butter, right? So price seems to be in a hurry to get somewhere, right? It blew through the inefficiencies. So the only other thing up there is the liquidity, right? We sliced through every inefficiency. So there's nothing up there on the except for liquidity. Aside from that, fair value gap. I mean that consequent encroachment of that wick. On the 4 hour, right, we've come up roughly the consequent encroachment on that SIBI there, right, above consequent encroachment, right, closed above consequent encroachment, right, doesn't invalidate it, just shows weakness of it, shows weakness of what in the world. Oh, I think I seen that before. Yeah, I seen that before. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see. Uh, but um not don't invalidate it, but shows weakness because we've closed above consequent encroachment. And then we get a better look at the down here. We have buy side delivery, sell side delivery, then we cut through it like butter, right? So that's our balanced price range down there, right? And over here we got sell side delivery, buy side delivery there, right? And so on the 4 hour time frame, right, we've left this area here too, right? So again, you want to see this be used as support, right? That's that inversion fair value gap on the daily. There was another one up here somewhere. Let's go mark that out. Yeah. Slow down. Right. You want to see that this area be used as support, right? Start to lose this area, right? Then we should just drop. Why? Because it's all a balanced price range and we've left it, right? But when you look at the fact that we have not engaged the buy side, right? We have not engaged the buy side, and then we closed above consequent encroachment of this, right? That lends to the idea of price wants that. Because if this was the destination to come down, then you would want to see like an institutional order flow entry drill, or at least reject consequent encroachment. But we closed above it, right? Closed above it, right? Closed above consequent encroachment, right? Even if you just go to the actual fair value gap and not include that volume imbalance, you're still closing above consequent encroachment. All right. And that there is that internal buy side on the range, our dealing range. Right? That's our high, that's our low of our dealing range. That's the internal buy side right there. If we take out that buy side here, right, that right there pushes us outside of our overall dealing range. This right here would be a bullish breaking market structure, right? But that right there is pushing us outside of the entire dealing range, right? Because remember, this is where the dealing range started, and then we had this expansion, and so the dealing range is now that big there. If we break outside of that buy side, that's taking out external liquidity of the entire dealing range. Right there. taking out external liquidity on the entire dealing range. And that would be a bullish signature, right? That would be a bullish signature. Right? This here, that's acceptable. That's running liquidity. That right there is a bullish signature, taking out that high. Right. And then on the higher time frame, right, we have internal liquidity resting here, right, on the weekly time frame. Internal liquidity resting there, right? Remember, that was our old measuring gap, right? That was our old measuring gap there. That's internal liquidity on the weekly, right? So the daily, that right there will give us a bullish breaking market structure, like the daily shifting bullish, changing the state delivery on the weekly time frame. Right? Changing the state delivery on the weekly time frame, right? Internal liquidity being taken, bullish breaking market structure on the weekly, right? Bullish breaking market structure on the weekly, bullish breaking market structure on the weekly here, weekly changing the state delivery at the sweeping of the internal liquidity on the daily, right? Changing the state delivery on the daily here just before taking out the internal liquidity, right? Just before taking out the internal liquidity there, right? So this here come down. This is our order block here. Right? This is our order block there. This right here, right, inside this consolidation, it's like a little bit of consolidation that can be considered in order block 2, because we stayed there for a little while, then we took off, but we come down to an area of support, push back up. This right here is your order block once we trade above that price there. Boom. Daily change of state delivery, right? Breaking market structure, bullish breaking market structure, weekly bullish breaking market structure, right? Taking out external liquidity. All right, it's 7:01. Sorry, y'all. Gotta go. I was just running my mouth until it was time to what's the name? I forgot that I did not set up the Zoom call. So let me set up the Zoom call and then share it with the mentees. And I will get to it. You're welcome, E-Rock. Lecture. I was looking for something I can copy and paste. I was looking for something I can copy and paste. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. I'm getting ready to go either conduct this Q&A or have a quick hey, did anybody got anything? No, okay, bye. So to the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone. Yeah.